I'm so sorry. She's not here. She's gone to lunch. When was the last time you were out to lunch? And by out to lunch, I don't mean physically, like during your lunch hour at work. When was the last time you were out to lunch? And I'm not talking about like your lunch hour when you're out grabbing a bite to eat. I'm talking about the last time mentally you were taking a break. You were kind of in la la land. Today, we're talking about how, as creative women, how important it actually is to be out to lunch, to be zoned out, to not be so on that you're exhausted, you're pushing too hard, you are starting to slip because you're not resting and you're not giving yourself downtime. In our hustle culture, taking time for ourselves, even like taking time to do things that we enjoy that make us feel good, we've kind of been programmed to feel guilty and to feel like we're not being productive. But guess what? I'm here to tell you that when you take downtime, when you are just relaxing or doing things that you enjoy, you are being productive. You are doing good, important work. And I hope this video today helps you to understand how important it is that you're out to lunch. You're not on the job. I have no idea what she's doing right now. I just don't know. Okay. So first off, let's get really clear on what being out to lunch really is. Being out to lunch can be zoning out, even if you are at work and you find yourself all of a sudden kind of like in dream world, daydreaming, thinking off in the distance of some future romance with this really amazing guy. If you are maybe out gardening and your mind is just kind of like you're off in another land, or you're painting, being out to lunch is any time that your brain is getting to just either relax or play or have fun. Anytime your brain is getting to daydream, go off into this other world, that is so healthy for us. We wouldn't do it so easily and so regularly if it wasn't something we're supposed to be doing. So if you look back throughout your life, so many times in our lives, we are scolded for being in a zone, for daydreaming, for kind of having another make-believe life. Do you remember as a kid, like being scolded by your teacher to pay attention, get back on task? Your parents were like, stop messing around and get serious about, whatever you're supposed to be doing. I remember this one time I was just totally relaxing and having fun, and I was reading a book and totally enjoying myself, and someone, I'm not going to say who, but someone came in and just totally scolded me for basically relaxing and enjoying myself. And that moment had such an impression on me. I felt so bad. I felt like I was like, wow, like enjoying myself is really a bad thing. And so a lot of programming that we received as children, we've got to kind of reteach ourselves that a lot of those messages They were well-meaning. I don't think people were trying to be abusive or really mean. Really, they were just, we have a societal program to be working, building all the time, but it's not healthy if it's going on 24/7. And I'm not here to say that work is not important and being productive, making forward progress, that's very important. But if you're like going 24/7 because you feel guilt for being zoned out or taking a break, that's a problem. And that's what we've got to reset, and that's what we've got to work on today.
I'm so sorry, but I have no idea when she'll be back.
So why would it be important to make it a habit to zone out, to be out to lunch more, not just out running errands and trying to get all your stuff piled into your lunch hour? No, being truly out to lunch. Why would this be important? Well, first of all, there is a lot of science that our nervous system resets when we have downtime. I don't know about you, but when I take naps or I just stop what I'm doing and I walk away, sometimes maybe just going on a walk or just listening to a podcast, listening to music, closing your eyes and meditating. During my day, if I do that, step aside and do one of those things, I come back feeling kind of refreshed. And a lot of times I kind of have a new perspective on things. Generally, it helps me to kind of like reset and know that I have enough energy left for the day for the things that I do need to get done. So a lot of times for me, it's kind of empowering. When I step away, I come back with new ideas. And a lot of times I just feel like, okay, I've got this. Whatever I was working on, it doesn't seem so overwhelming anymore. I feel like I have more energy and more mental strength to do whatever I'm working on. Another thing is when we're out to lunch, it helps our ideas grow. Just stepping away and thinking about the things that you want to be working on outside of work, or maybe even the work that you're currently working on. You're able to give your mind time to process and come up with new, amazing, fantastic ideas. And this can be so much fun, and it can be inspiring, and it can really give you the motivation to get back to work. So I want you guys to start thinking about downtime, being out to lunch. I want you to think of the serenity that you have in those moments as being a creative tool. When we are artists or musicians, we have our paintbrushes, we have our instrument. We also need to have serenity as a creative tool. And serenity is going to give us that fuel and that inspiration to be better, to come back stronger, to come back more inspired. Serenity also gives us grounding, and a grounded mind is a healthy mind. Okay, so let's recap here. You're going to start being out to lunch more. I don't care if during your lunch hour you have so many errands to run, that's fine. Do that. But take time every day, even if if you're at work and you have to go to the bathroom just to like calm down, get some clarity, calm your mind, or if you have to step outside for a little while, breathe in some fresh air, we're going to start working on being out to lunch more, being zoned out, being in the flow, not forcing things quite so much, because we know that when we take time to be quiet, find that quiet and calm in our minds, it reverberates into the rest of our body. It calms our nervous system. We become more grounded and we start to make better decisions and come up with better ideas. So I hope this helps you guys. I am always trying to help us creative ladies get better, be more efficient, and go out and live on purpose and have beautiful, incredible lives. If you have any thoughts or ideas in regards to being out to lunch, I'd love to hear. Take some time for yourself to get calm and regroup. It's very important. If you're not doing it on your lunch hour, do it at some point during your day. Thank you so much for being with me today. I have a new YouTube channel. It's Create with Kelly Anderson, and I'm excited to be here. I would love to have any thoughts or input from you guys. Please let me know what you're working on creatively, what struggles you might have, and how I can serve you better. Please check out below the link to our Feeling Good assessment. After you go through this, you'll understand where you stand right now creatively in all aspects of your life, what things you are doing right and what things you can improve on. Please check that out in the comments. Thanks so much for being with me. We'll see you on the flip side.
Can somebody just tell me when I get to go to lunch?